Imagine this. You're getting invited to Commander Night and you're thinking, well, I don't really have a deck put together and I kind of need to save some money, but I definitely want to go. Well, I've got just the solution for you. The whole deck, including this brand new Commander, costs less than 60 bucks. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe if you like deck lists like this, and head over to my Mox field to see the whole list. So the Commander you're going to build? Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. We've got a 3-mana 2/2 Vampire. It's a sacrifice outlet for creatures and artifacts, and if you sacrifice a treasure, it gets lifelink till end of turn. We're also going to really lean hard into that last paragraph. When Evereth dies, you can pay 1 in a hybrid. When you do, Evereth deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. So since we're on a budget, we need permanents that leave other permanents behind, or spells that put a bunch of permanents into play. And if you're savvy, you can find them all in your draft commons. So like I said, we want to leave permanents behind. We've got cards like Greedy Freebooter, leaves a treasure behind, and you get a little bit of selection. We're playing Impulsive Pilferer, leaves a treasure behind, and you can encore it later for even more dudes and treasures. Loyal Apprentice, gets you a Thopter every single turn, as long as Evereth is out on the battlefield. We've got a nice little sack outlet for later on with Viceroy, and we've got an adorable little Prosperous Bandit with Offspring. Hopefully this thing's getting through and making 2 to 3 treasures every turn of a combat. Since we're popping out tons of tokens, we gotta play Mirkwood Bats. This will be enough to keep your opponents not focused on Evereth, because everyone knows how powerful this thing is. Now, since Evereth is a sack outlet, and we're in red and black, I thought, why not just take everybody else's stuff? So we are full of the threaten effects like Claim the Firstborn. Take someone's creature, untap it, attack with it, and then sacrifice it. We've got Mark of Mutiny, same kind of idea for a little bit more mana. We're also playing Hijack. This doubles as both removal and leading to our endgame of getting Evereth as big as possible and chucking her at everybody. Since we're playing threaten effects, I thought we'd play a couple of bangers on the high end. They're just going to straight up turn into win cons in our deck. So we've got Mob Rule, take all the big creatures or take all the small creatures. And 2015's favorite commander win con, Insurrection. Just take all the creatures for 8 mana, get to Bastion, and then sacrifice them. Now, I mentioned that we are also going to try and throw Evereth at everybody. That's like fling effects. But even just sacrificing her to Viceroy and paying the 2 mana is going to get the job done. And if we just tack on an additional 1 mana, Tainted Strike's going to make sure all our opponents get Infect. Beautiful. People will target Evereth once they know what's going on. So we're going to play the cheaper versions of these Not Dead After All cards, like Fake Your Own Death. And we got some cool removal spells like Asterion's Thirst. They're going to add counters to your commander just for exiling something else. Now, artifacts that do stuff when they come in and leave the battlefield are amazing, especially in this deck. So we're going to play Ichor Wellspring and Mycosynth Wellspring and Servo Schematic. All 3 leave things around or get you more cards. It's great value for your cheap little artifacts. Now, one of the keys to a really cool budget deck is finding powerful enchantments that really pull you ahead. So we've got Reign of Riches, get you 2 treasures back right away, and whenever you cast a spell with a treasure, you get to Cascade. So that's a ton of value on a 5-mana card. I think it's a really good fit here. We're also going to play Curse of Opulence, incentivize your opponents to attack someone else, and you and them both get a treasure. Oh, sorry, these are gold tokens, even better. You don't even have to tap these to sacrifice them. Either go-to for budget decks, at least as far as enchantments go, or backgrounds. So we're going to play Guild Artisan, attack someone who has the most life, get 2 treasures, and Agent of the Iron Throne. Whenever an artifact or creature is put into your graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. These are frustrating to remove, and they just make your commander that much more valuable. So whether it's take all your opponent's stuff and beat everyone down, or grow her to a point where you're just gonna 40 everyone, both are really cool. Now, don't go ripping Jumpstart packs just looking for Evereth, but if you do have one and you're tight on money, this is the deck for you. Hope this helps.